Learn the 5 signs that may mean someone is in emotional pain, and might need help. Pain, an unpleasant sensation that can range from mild, localized discomfort to agony. Pain has both physical and emotional components. The physical part of pain results from nerve stimulation. Pain is mediated by specific nerve fibers that carry the pain impulses to the brain, where their conscious appreciation may be modified by many factors. Pain is felt when special nerves that detect tissue damage send signals to transmit information about the damage along the spinal cord to the brain. These nerves are known as nociceptors.
These receptors convert noxious stimuli into electrical current through a process called transduction. The current is then conducted along the nociceptor axons to their cell bodies, located in the dorsal root ganglion in the spinal cord, and then to their central terminals located in the dorsal horn. Here, the electrical impulses initiate neurotransmitter release from nociceptor central terminals, which relay the signal across synapses to the dorsal horn neurons. Greater stimulus intensities are associated with the release of neuropeptides, including substance P, from central terminals of C fibers. Substance P, acting via neurokinin receptors located on dorsal horn neurons, generates a greater postsynaptic response and enhances the activity of NMDA receptors. The signal is then relayed via ascending nociceptive pathways to higher centers in the brain, where it is perceived as pain.
The feelings of physical and emotional pain come from the same parts of the brain, but why do we react differently when we see a person in physical versus emotional distress? One type of pain is not more important than another. Open your mind and think about some of the differences between physical pain and emotional pain. Psychological pain, mental pain, or emotional pain is an unpleasant feeling of a psychological, a non-physical origin of the pain. The adjective psychological is thought to encompass the functions of beliefs, thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, which may be seen as an indication for the many sources of psychological pain. One way of grouping these different sources of pain was offered by Schneiderman, who stated that psychological pain is caused by frustrated psychological needs. For example, the need for love, autonomy, affiliation, and achieve. Life can sometimes be an emotional roller coaster. Some days you're up and some days you're down. The experts discovered that the emotions you feel and the thoughts you think can have a direct impact on your physical health. Pain caused by emotional distress is more deeply felt and longer lasting than that caused by physical injuries. We tend to react to physical pain much more proactively than we do to emotional pain. Yet, short of catastrophic injuries or illnesses, emotional pain often impacts our lives far more than physical pain does. Here are 5 reasons that emotional pain is worse than physical pain. 1. Memories trigger emotional pain but not physical pain. Recalling the time you broke your leg will not make your leg hurt, but recalling the time you felt rejected by your high school crush will cause you substantial emotional pain. Our ability to evoke emotional pain by merely remembering distressing events is profound and stands in stark contrast to our total inability, thankfully, to re-experience physical pain. 2. We use physical pain as distraction from emotional pain, not vice versa. Some teens and adults practice cutting because the physical pain it evokes distracts them from their emotional pain, thus offering them relief. But the same does not work in reverse, which is why we rarely see a woman choosing to manage the pain of natural childbirth by rereading the rejection letter from her college of choice. Unfortunately, although we might prefer physical to emotional pain, others see our pain differently. 3. Physical pain garners far more empathy from others than emotional pain. When we see a stranger get hit by a car, we wince, gasp, or even scream, and run to see if they're okay. But when we see a stranger get bullied or taunted, we are unlikely to do any of those things. We consistently underestimate others' emotional pain but not their physical pain. Further, these empathy gaps for emotional pain are reduced only if we've experienced a similar emotional pain very recently ourselves. 4. Emotional pain echoes in ways physical pain does not. If you got a call about your parent dying while you were having a romantic lobster meal with your partner on Valentine's Day, it will probably be a few years before you can enjoy lobster or Valentine's Day without becoming extremely sad. But if you broke your foot playing softball in an amateur league, you will likely be back on the field as soon as you're fully healed. Physical pain usually leaves few echoes, unless the circumstance of the injury was emotionally traumatic, while emotional pain leaves numerous reminders, associations, and triggers that reactivate our pain when we encounter them. 5. Emotional pain but not physical pain can damage our self-esteem and long-term mental health. Physical pain has to be quite extreme to affect our personalities and damage our mental health. But even single episodes of emotional pain can damage our emotional health. For example, failing an exam in college can create anxiety and a fear of failure. A single painful rejection can lead to years of avoidance and loneliness. Bullying in middle school can make us shy and introverted as adults. And a critical boss can damage our self-esteem for years to come. Here are 5 signs that may mean someone is in emotional pain and might need help. Personality change. Agitated. Seem uncharacteristically angry, anxious, agitated, or moody. Withdrawn. They withdraw or isolate themselves from other people. Poor self-care. Hopelessness. All these are reasons we should give our emotional health just as much, if not more, attention and care as we do our physical health. Alas, we rarely do. Many times, physical and emotional pain run hand in hand. Physical injuries can be traumatic and may perpetuate emotional injuries and vice versa. But the hope of this video is to cause us to stop and think about emotional health and pay attention to it, to be open to it, and to understand it a little better.